Overflow. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmond's Thunders.
Welcome to the second part of our trip to Fiddich Park. Lindsay's here now, so that means I probably have to behave. Or do I? October 2021. Well, the weather is still cold, but at least it's not raining. There's going to be a few folk about though. They are setting up as a feeding station for the Dramathon. This is a race, a marathon between two distilleries, and it's all getting set up. Lindsay has decided going to walk to the bridge against the flow of the runners. I will stay put, out of the way. Later we went to the overflow and walked around the old station. Lindsay went to explore some steps and I returned to the van. Later Stewart dropped in to see us on his way home from work, and then we settled down to watch the video and the photo take from the day. And it's soon time for bed. October 17th, 2021. Apparently it's time to head for home. We did nothing but drink tea and watch the world go by, and then drink some more tea. It was great to meet Bob and Jenny, and later to have our visit by Stewart. But I waffled on as much as I could, but Lindsay meant it was time to go home now. Oh well, time to go and plan for the next one. fox, red squirrel. Birds: rook, carrion crow, wood pigeon, blackbird, robin, tawny owl, house sparrow, dipper, raven, buzzard. We're off on a walk to see if we can find any collared trees. Meanwhile, the trucks are still going up and down the road. The track has been gated, but at the side of the gate our walk is uninterrupted because we can get around there, but the gate is also not locked. doesn't want to focus on it, but there's a spider hanging in mid-air in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't want to be on YouTube either. The River Fiddich, or the Fiddich Burn as it's called, and it runs down into the Spey, as we've seen in the drone footage yesterday. The overflow from the distilleries, not a lot coming out of it today. And that bridge through the trees there is the bridge we crossed last time hunting geocaches. Back through it. That's the signpost which tells you about the railway station. Opened in 1863. And kept going for 305 years before closing in 1968. It was a junction. It served the Speyside line to the Boat of Garden, and the other two platforms are no longer visible. One served trains to Elgin in the north, while the other accessed Dufton, Keith and Aberdeen. The current car park was part of the goods yard. This area is part of the old railway station, which was a junction of lines here, as we've said before, and I'll try and get a picture of the map. That nice dry bit up there is part of it, and this bit here between the two lumps is also part of it, and it's the old railway line. So this is probably an old platform, and there was another line coming in. That's probably an old platform on the other side, and the area in between is the muddy, low-lying, wet piece of ground nominated as the Speyside Way campsite. So we showed you the signs, or we talked about it, and that's where it is. I'm going to move on down now and keeping an eye out for runners. We'll take a look for other signs of the railway. Those trees, if you think you've seen before, you will have, because just down in the gap there is the path we just walked. But here, the railway turntable, and I'm going to use this to turn around, as those eagle-eyed amongst you will maybe have noticed from the drone footage is where I turned at one point, around at the turntable. From this point, the Speyside Way heads across there, across the road, around, and the footpath leads up the hill to Arndilly, and it takes a right up over and around Ben Hagen and heads on 12 miles to Fochabers. And this way we see the station and platforms. Yeah, and the line and the Speyside Way follows that way. And there, the footpath to Dufton that we've just been on, or walking a very short part of. That takes you up to Dufton and is known as the Fiddich Way. Oi! Thank you for watching Desmond's Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.